This is part of the Story Over Everything Collective on mjmunoz.com. This is MJ. I'm an author, I'm an artist, I'm an analyzer. Find all my work at mjmunoz.com. Henshin Inspection presents Super Sentai Sanctuary. I will be discussing what is the balance between principles and people. This is Super Sentai Sanctuary episode 12, Anything Goes. The thing I'm going to be talking about is Avataro Sentai Donbrothers episode 12, Lying Moon, which originally aired May 22nd, 2022. The writer is Toshiki Inoue. The director is Kyohei Yamaguchi. I will not be giving you the synopsis because that's not a thing I do here. I have one quick note about the actual episode proper, which was that the mecha fight in the AR world was crazy cool. I really like that. I don't really know what else to say. I mean, you had the Donbrothers, like, this show is pushing, like, boundaries and genre convention of Super Sentai specifically, and I don't know about Tokusatsu in general, but definitely Super Sentai. We have everybody gets these weird Robotaro forms, which one of the Rangers becomes a Birdman, or like a bird, and they basically become their own Zords, which is crazy, and then that's highlighted or doubled down on by the fact that they all actually have a combined form that is, you watch the episode, I'm assuming, but I'm just highlighting how crazy it is that they can become a small combined mecha, like Gatai, that they become a combination in these Robotaro forms, which are less organic looking, so it makes sense that they can transition into being the mecha, but they they make commentary, the characters make commentary as their transformed bodies are splitting apart and recombining into this single body, and even the red Don Momotaro makes the comment that you're becoming my arms and legs, literally. And it's weird. It's very interesting, and it's weird, and it's super dynamic, and I just don't quite understand why the show is doing that, but I like it. And I don't know if that's some sort of overall message that the show is trying to make. And I'm trying to figure out what exactly the show is saying, what the theme is, what the ideas are behind it. And I don't know. I'm really not doing a good... Well, I'm having a hard time with that is what I really mean to say. But, let you in on a little secret. This has been catch-up week for me. I still have another episode to watch and review, and I'm going to try to do that today. So this one's going to be a real quick one, and I just kind of want to drill down right into the question that I have based on the episode that is in the reflection section. So I just talked about the directing basically, and then I had a tangent. So now I'm going to go straight into, like I said, the question. So what is the balance between principles and people? So the reason I asked that is because this is the episode where Don Momotaro has, or Momoitaro rather, has a couple instances where he has an opportunity to cover for somebody, but lying, we see, kills him. And for some reason, he's brought back to life without, I don't think they did any sort of medical intervention, he just came back to life, but trying to lie by saying that he's a woman killed him, and then he came back, and he confronted the idol who was lying about being or the would-be idol who was lying about being an idol to make her grandpa happy. He confronts her about that and tells her to tell the truth and tells her to stop stuffing her bra and tells her a bunch of other stuff. And there's a guy in his office who he gets into trouble because he refuses to compromise and he refuses to cover for the guy and either not saying anything, which is lying by omission, or telling a half-truth or a white lie. And the other characters don't have those sorts of issues. They all bring up, and it was really clever how it was written out. Kiji brother, Tsuyoshi, my boy, he tells a white lie. He's pussyfooting and meandering and not saying what he wants to say about Taro, learning to be gentle or learning to use his speech in a certain way. So he's living out the idea of being less than 100% honest because he's a tactful, diplomatic, non-confrontational kind of guy, which there are pluses and minuses to that, and we get to see that in the juxtaposition between him and Taro. But then you have brash young Haruka, who's still a high school student, mind you, who is so frustrated with Taro's, social awkwardness or his inability to go with the flow and go ahead and say a white lie, that she basically yells at him and explains, this is how you should be doing things, or this is how you could be doing things, and there's a positive aspect to it. But then again, we've seen that she's, I was going to say less than scrupulous character. I hope I'm using that the right way, but she is willing to fudge things for her benefit, and she's willing to get herself into situations or present herself in certain ways that are not honest or that are less than truthful in order to advantage herself. And that's not a positive thing, but she's also willing to bend the truth to help others, or to be kind to them, or to show, or to be gentle with them. And that's even though she's brash and self-centered and, she's a callow youth, basically. Whereas Taro is unwilling to do that. He's unwilling to be gentle with people. So it's interesting. The tension really here is you can call out lies, and you can... There's a difference between... I think there's even a difference between calling out lies and exposing the truth, and shielding people with lies. And I'm not going to tell you what to do. I know where I come from, what is acceptable and what isn't acceptable as far as bending the truth a little bit here and there for a constructive purpose. And I don't know, I just think it's really interesting that issue is being raised, and I don't think the show really addressed it, except at the end there was a showing and not a telling, and I guess you can draw from that what you want to a certain extent, and I actually prefer that. I like that. I think it's a really nice thing that Inoue is not telling us through this that you should become a liar in order to shield people, or to not hurt people's feelings, but he's also giving, Taro at the end gives his buddy Kiriyama a lift to go see his mom, and he even throws him these, cookies, and, he takes the steps to be a peacemaker. So, let me put it this way. There is a way that you can tell the truth and be honest and cause people to only be hurt. There's also a way where you can tell the truth and be honest and not compromise your values, but mostly protect people and bring healing and wholeness into their lives. I don't know how Taro could have done that in the situation where the boss came in and demanded to know where those melon crackers were. I don't quite know, like I said, how he could have done that, and I don't think he was strictly violating his principles by taking Kiriyama to see his mom. But the way that Kiriyama was able to go to see her in a flash, I don't know if he was going to spend 15 minutes with her because of the instantaneous travel, and then Taro would take him back and he could finish his cleaning. That way the boss is happy because his punishment is still being meted out against Kiriyama, who's taking ownership and responsibility of the situation. But then there's a little bit of give there, because then Kiriyama is able to do the thing that he wants to do, the thing that he values, the thing that's going to bring him joy, and is also going to, make his mom happy. So I don't know. It's a kind of complex issue, and I really like how it was presented and how it was dealt with, because it's I don't know. It's just, I love the nuance, and I love the different perspectives that you get to see on this from the different characters. And I love how rooted in each character all their reactions are to the situation. Of course, we didn't get to see Inazaka's because he was still on the run, so that was kind of funny. But anyway, I'm wowing. I'm going to include this in the video version. There's a cocoon for a butterfly, and it's got like gold flecks in it. It's absolutely gorgeous. And I just happened to notice it on the street while walking around doing this. Anyway, that's pretty much all I have to say about this episode. It was really solid. Oh, I did rank it. Let me pull up my note to see. I think I gave it an 8 out of 10, and I explained why in the notes. So let me check that out real quick. Yeah, I said 8 out of 10. I said it was a lot of fun. I loved all the comments from the team as they are living through this weird show. And then the mecha cinematography was excellent. And then like the moral issue or whatever you want to call that it presented was really neat, as I've been explaining to you. So anyway, that does it for me. Stick around for more Super Sentai Sanctuary, for more Donbrothers discussion or analysis really. And check out mjmunoz.com. Check out the author, artist, and analyzer tabs to see all the different stuff that I'm doing, because I think it's pretty cool. And if you like this, then you should like that as well. So with that, this is MJ signing out. I leave you with peace and blessings.